Right.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Y'all know what time it is, man. It's time for the 95 North post-game show. And
Boy.
it's a tough one, man. A tough one. Because as I look at it, man, this was a chance for the Falcons to take over sole possession of the division. But
so good.
Before we get into all that, man, before we welcome y'all in, man, please stay tuned because y'all know we got to give y'all that dope intro, man.
Oh yeah,
we'll be right back. Woo, boy, we back, man. This is one crazy Sunday, man. This weekend was one of the best of my life, man, and it ended up being bad in the end.
Oh no, man.
I was having such a good weekend, man, but
indeed,
to watch this game go up and down like it did when it shouldn't have from the jump, I feel like this is one of those games that you're gonna look back at the end of the season and say, man, we should have won that game. That was the game that hurt us the most. But I digress with all that, man. Say what's up, y'all, man. Like I said, another Sunday evening. I got my boy Chris rolling with me. Alberto may be in a little while, but he's over on Bleacher Report. And y'all go check him out on Bleacher Report and go to the community tab of the Falcons. You will see him live on there right now. But I got my boy Chris Tipmore and me with me, and 2/3 of the team is here, and we'll have y'all in the studio like we always do on Sundays, man. So we can get y'all vibe on this game, and I know y'all vibe is just like mine. Y'all kind of pissed right about it now, but what can we do? It's game over. Let's move on to the next week. Where do we go next week? To Carolina.
Yep, Carolina on the road.
A 1-12 team. Now that is a trap game, and I hear people saying you have to have a winning record for it to be a trap game. No, you do not. Falcons are tied for the division lead, and we still have a chance. So next week could be the bounce back. But
it has to be.
Go ahead, Chris.
I would say it has to be the bounce back. I would just say it has to be the bounce back, man. But yeah, we lose a tough one here, man. We should have won this game. We definitely should have won this one. This is going to be one, hopefully, that we don't look back on and be like, man, we should have, hopefully it don't bite us in the butt at the end of the season, seriously. But right now, 3-way tie for the NFC South. And right now, Tampa holds the tiebreaker by conference. So we're behind the 8 ball just a little bit, but we gotta have these last few guys. We honestly can't afford any more losses, especially within the division. And we got these 2 games outside the division with the Colts and the Bears coming up. Falcons got to execute. We got to win games. We can't be missing out on points and having missed opportunities like we had so many in this game. But I already know that.
And what's so crazy about it, man? What's so Arthur Smith and his damn play calling? I just don't get it.
Bro, the play calling is a continued mess. It's a continued saga of issues with more games still in sight. It's just, I don't be understanding why we passing the ball and we right here in our end zone. Next thing you know, it's a fumble. Next thing you know, it's a safety. It's just like, come on, back-to-back safeties and safeties in back-to-back weeks. Come on, man. That's unheard of. Crazy. Tampa's first safety was like in 59 games, I believe I heard. So I'm just like, come on, man. We can't have that. I'm tired of wasting Drake London's career days, too. That's the second time we don't done that.
Facts. But we got one of our good friends in the back in the chat. And we got a special guest today, man. One of Chris's friends, man. He's going to join us for the day, man. He's trying to get up in his business, man. He want to get his feet wet in his podcast game. So we're going to help him out. But first, let's welcome our t-shirt maker, eyebrows, Blaker. Blaker Stitch is what y'all know her as, but we know her as Joy. So we're going to welcome her in right quick.
Joy.
And Snooty, he put his name up there.
I just need
so we're going to call him Snooty. You breaking up?
Yes, sir.
My eyelashes out, them folk piss me off so bad.
Right, man. Right, man. It was celebrate 1998 day,
Can you
man.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so I just 3 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
People asked me on Twitter was the stadium was not full at all.
Mhm.
But I think it was more driven. I don't think that they didn't show up because of support. I just think it had something to do with it rainy and people just don't want to be out there. The stadium was not full, but it was maybe like I say somewhat close to 75, but not like full. So that. So the other thing is, I agree with them. The play calling was freaking horrible the whole way. And I knew that we missed from Cool would come back to bite us in the behind. We needed both of those. You know, it is what it is. Hopefully, we can go to Carolina and not find a way to lose. But that calling is atrocious. And dying to see how they're going to do with his coach next year. He needs to resign play calling duties for sure.
Rough. Yes, man. On 1998 day, or what was it? Celebrating the 1998 Dirty Birds, man. Got my Ray Buchanan on. And yes, man, wanted to welcome in also our special guest, CBS 44 Sports own and Full Sail alumni. You know what I'm saying? One of my class course mates right here, man. Now. You know what I'm saying? Ronald Snooty Washington Jr. How you doing?
No, he got hold on. He got a nickname. So we're gonna call him by his nickname. We're gonna call him Snooty since
I
gonna
call him Snooty. All right.
We're gonna go with Snooty. Let's just go with Snooty.
Yeah, let's just go with Snooty.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the platform, man. Welcome to the show.
Man, I really appreciate y'all having me on, man. I'm a little sad. Normally, when the Falcons lose, I don't like to talk for about like 50 days to the next game, but I got to pull up and show love to my guys. I really appreciate y'all putting me on.
Hey, man. The pleasure is all ours, man. The pleasure is all ours. So, man, just real quick, man, go ahead and tell us what you thought about the game.
I thought, honestly, first half, it was a bit slow. The second half, it picked up. But I was just talking with my homeboys. I thought I would never see the day where I got to give majority of the blame to Koo. In my opinion, I know that the second field goal was 52 yards, a bit difficult. I know Koo don't do too well with 50-plus-50-yard field goals, but he is our second leading scorer of all times in Falcons history. And honestly, he's been the most consistent Falcon since Matt Ryan left and when we drafted him. So, I mean, I know, Ritter going to get his pits in. Arthur Smith is always going to look discombobulated when stuff happens. And also, do y'all remember that Clark Phillips holding at that last drive when Baker Mayfield was running up the field? Like, that play really altered the game, in my opinion.
And it was bogus, to be
my
honest.
pride has to go to Koo. I got to give a little bit to the defense, but the defense did play well. So that's why I'm not going to really, beat it up on them. And then for Ritter, when he did that fake handoff, and actually that defender, he played it correct. I think it was number 8 that played it correctly, and he still stiffed him a little bit and got on that sideline for a good score. So that's why I'm not going to really beat up on Ritter how we normally do beat up on Ritter. So I got to give my blame, honestly, majority to, I'm sorry, Koo, but I got to give the big dog majority of my blame for the day. But I was somewhat encouraged, but the defense got to pick it up at the last possession. Like that last possession, you got to hold up in that critical time.
But come on, Snooty. Snooty, let's be real. I can't blame the defense at all, and I'm gonna just be real.
Right. I'm not mad at that either.
For one, that turnover killed us. That interception killed us. Then we get to running the football, running effective. He passed the next 3 drives, all passes. So you mean to tell me you don't know how to use your strength at this point in the season? I mean,
really quick.
Come on, man. Come on, hold on.
Okay.
We all know when Ritter passes the ball 40 plus times or 35 plus times, it's an automatic loss because that lets me know you're getting away from your game plan.
Getting away from the run.
You get away from your game plan, it's a problem because their strength is running the football, controlling the clock, playing solid defense. They did all 3 phases, but not long enough. we went about, I think, 7 drives without even getting the first down. And 5 of those drives were 3 and out. So that's not going to fly in the second half of the game. We were only down 2 points. Like you said, those 2 field goals hurt us the most probably. But at the same time, we were in perfect position to get further into the red zone those 2 drives. But the situation of play calling, as I told you, is always bad. So situation of play calling, stall those drives. He missed both of those field goals. So now, to me, I think this should be a wake-up call. Let's not depend on Cool's leg the rest of the season. Let's get the ball in the end zone. You see that pass? That pass that he threw to Kyle Pitts for that touchdown. Yes,
but
the coverage was.
Look how open he was for that. It was so open, nobody can miss that throw.
Yeah, it was a blown coverage.
It was blown.
Yeah, it was a blown coverage, but at the same time, you got a guy 6'5". Who's gonna stop it if you throw it up? So we should see that on a weekly basis. Him going to Pitts and going to London. London showed us today after that fourth quarter catch, he can go up and grab any ball that you throw up. So going forward, those 2 players are going to have to be a main part of your game plan going forward. And there's no way around it. If they're not part of your game plan going forward, the run game is not going to succeed for 4 quarters, or the coaches and the defense will be burnt out by the 4th quarter. So, I mean, there's a lot of blame to go around, but I'm still looking at the top and Arthur Smith because situational play calling cost us this game.
We had 438 total yards today, y'all, but only 100 of that was on the ground. When we had 6.3 yards per carry, we were running the ball effectively, but we just didn't run it enough.
That's it.
We just did not run it enough.
I mean, I'm happy that Drake London got 10 for 172. I mean,
right? Yeah, another career day.
I didn't really see Ritter previously through previous games just throw the ball up and let's just let our athletes be athletes. And I think this is the first game I actually seen Drake London have one of them I'm a man, I'm him type of games. And I was at least happy and encouraged to see Drake get off like that, though.
Right. Well, he had a good game against those Commanders as well. And he had that crazy catch against the secondary as well. So he has that ability. We just haven't used it and utilized it enough, I believe, so far into it. But just like you said, this game right here, he definitely showed that, hey, I am him. I'm the number one. Give me the ball, throw it up, and I'll go get it. Because if he doesn't snatch that out the air, that's going right to Winfield.
Easily interception. Yeah, easy interception.
Right to Winfield.
And if y'all didn't know this, man, they used the exact same game plan they did in Tampa Bay. They ran the football pretty strong.
White got off.
Ritter made plays. But I said that in the preview show.
Yeah.
One guy that y'all got to look out for. Look out for Rashad White. Because that guy can beat you with his legs and he can beat you with his hands. So he did both in this game. And by the fourth quarter,
carries for 102 yards.
Aren't they like the bottom 3 team in rushing though? Like they
were 26th, I think.
Yeah, they're not a big rushing team, but it seemed like when they needed to run the ball, they ran the ball when they needed to, like right up the middle, straight White.
And that guy,
just offensive line was just like they was working at IHOP or something, get all them pancakes, something like that.
We had injuries though. David Amanyata definitely was missed today.
Right.
We didn't have.
We had a lot of line issues today. We missed. Yeah, we're missing some folks.
Yeah, no sides up front. By the fourth quarter, they were worn down because
Nate Lamb.
Yeah, you got to have those, those hitters at linebacker. Also, you got to have those big guys up front. Go ahead.
Also, fellas, on that screenplay, did y'all see when Jesse really missed that assignment? Because I thought Jesse was supposed to make that tackle when it was a screen pass and he ran to the touchdown. I forgot exactly what the receiver was for the Buccaneers, but I thought Jesse could have made that.
You talking about the Rashad White screen?
I think so. Because Jesse
did get boxed out, and then I thought Bud Dupree should have made like a diving play on that one to try at least make an effort, but he didn't try it. I mean, it is what it is. But that's just from the angle it was, and maybe if he could have just reached out, he possibly would have got a shoestring tackle. We'll never know. It's a touchdown now, but yeah, man, Rashad White, they utilized him well this game. They took advantage of our injuries, man. The Falcons were beat up today. And for us to still get off 438, total yards with a beat up line, luckily, Chris Lindstrom was able to come back. We was missing 4 starters, and Bergeron was the only guy that was a starter out there. So at one point, so it's like,
but what I'm most proud of this game, even though we lost, they held Mike Evans to 1 catch for 8 yards.
1 catch.
oh yeah, yep,
One
yep.
catch.
Shout out to
They
Phillips,
did their
man.
job.
Phillips played a hell of a game. Shout out to Clark Phillips too, man.
Shout out to Clark Phillips.
Shout out to
He
Clark,
did
man. We gotta
have
give him
a
some
great
love for
game.
real.
Great game
Yeah.
today.
Yeah,
And that's what I
because,
wanted to see, man. I was talking to a buddy of mine myself, and I was like, if Okudah misses this game, we've already seen Okudah and Phillips, but I would love to see what AJ Terrell and Clark Phillips will look like, just in case. You never know what happened down the road.
Yeah,
You never know what happened down the road. But I was very encouraged to see that today, and he played Godwin pretty well. Godwin, he still had a couple of catches, but it was 5 for 53. But that was his first real NFL taste, second NFL taste. I know he went up against Garrett Wilson, but Chris Godwin is a more experienced wide receiver. So this was his real NFL taste against a experienced receiver like that. And he did well. He did well.
And the Falcons, boy, they got to steal with that pick because I think he's only 5'9.5". If he's probably
Brent Grimes fell.
If he's 5'11", 6'1", he's a first-round pick easy. But you can't measure heart anyway, no matter what size he is. But at the end of the day, I think he filled in well. D. Offer had a decent game returning. So I mean, with all the injuries that occurred, I think the coaching staff did the best they could. But like I said, the only thing that I hated personally was play calling, man. Situational play calling, and that's just still a problem. And it shouldn't be, because we have weapons at every level: tight end, running back, wide receiver, anything you want to name. And that digging and dunking, that gets old. Push the ball down the field. Push it down the field. That's why
you seen that interception.
Yep.
Right.
That's why you seen that interception from 24.
First possession, we when the Buccaneers scored, we running right down the field. We got Bijan. I think it was on the 2-yard line when we went for it on 4th down. Bijan Robinson wide open, and Ritter misses him, and we had to take the field goal right there.
He missed about
stuff like that.
I saw about 3
stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw 3 or 4 plays that he had someone open right in front of him,
and went somewhere else.
Went somewhere else.
And that play, the play that kind of killed it for me, and I was just like, come on, Desmond, get it together, was when he pretty much fooled himself. How he tried to look off the linebacker and Britt didn't move at all, and he threw it almost right to him. Oh, I was like, Desmond, like for real. It was just kind of crazy, man. And just going back to this defense real quick, man. Shout out to Kadarius Street too, man. He was doing well, man, before he went down. So we just had injuries all over the place. Caden Ellis had a hell of a game. They tried him a few times, and he just wasn't going for it. Now, the play before the touchdown catch, DeMarco Hellams. Now, that was one of those times where he was supposed to be in coverage, and he blew the assignment there because I think he was banking on hopefully D. Alford to make the play, or maybe for Godwin to drop the pass or something, because he even kind of slowed down a little bit to try to see what would happen. So, that one was on Hellams. But the very next play, Richard Grant.
Richard.
I'm just saying, man, come on, man. You got to look
at the ball, not at the receiver, please. That's all look at the ball.
He got I ain't gonna lie. The thing about it is tight ends have been dogging him all season. So I mean, you remember what Todd McBride said on his career day. The man can do nothing with me. Give me the ball. And that time they took advantage of Richard Grant, and they took advantage of him, man. Touchdown. And even if he did drop the pass, it was still defensive holding and would have put him on the one anyway.
Listen, what did I tell you about matchups about 2 weeks ago?
Bro. Go ahead and give
if they have Trey Flowers on that tight end, that's not a touchdown.
That's not a touchdown.
Because you talk about a guy that's 6'5" going up against a guy 6'4". Even if he's beating the end zone, all he got to do is put his hands up, and he'll knock it away. So I mean, I blame the defensive coordinator on that. You can't blame Jerry Gray because he's not making the calls. But
Right.
Ryan Nielsen has to know it's about matchups at the end of the game. Richard Grant can't cover tight ends. He's shown that. If they give him one good push, he had to play. And what did he do? He just throw it straight over his head. Touchdown.
Straight over his head. That's it.
Swim move, and it was over with.
He was
done. He was done after the swim move. He could have threw the ball then.
Did y'all see what Baker Mayfield said after he scored that touchdown?
Oh yeah, I seen it. Pretty much saying that this is my stuff.
This is his stuff. I don't want to say that's your word, but his stuff in our city.
Hey man,
ooh, boy,
I got my voice. I yelled so much. I didn't think I was gonna be able to speak on here.
Hey man, look.
Man, listen. This is a game that we shouldn't be talking about a loss at all. We left points on the field, and by the way, in the 2 games against Tampa Bay, we definitely left well over 40 points between the 2 games.
That's too low. I'm gonna say 60 because we left 3 touchdowns last game, and we left 2 field goals and 2 touchdowns this game. So what's that? 20 points.
20. They did about 20.
But man, look.
You just said 3 touchdowns and another 20 points. So we're about 40, 50 points, man, between the last 2 games.
I got a quick question for y'all. In your opinion, why you think we're not going to Taylor, in your opinion?
Tell me, back to Heineken?
Back to Heineken.
Oh, man. Well, I'm not sure what's his injury status. I think he's all right now, right?
He is.
Okay, yeah, I think.
He ready? If he has to, of course, but like he's healthy enough.
I think it's pretty much, to be honest, I think it's Desmond's scrambling ability. I think he gives that another dynamic to this offense. If he doesn't throw it, if he's not able to throw the ball, he can take off and run. Other than that, Tyler Heineken should be in the game. But you just have to look at it as with Arthur Smith, we're gonna live by this and die by this. He named Desmond Ritter started from the jump without a quarterback competition. So he put his job on the line. So he's got to roll with it. So he's got to lay in that bed.
You're going to have to roll with Desmond, man, because let's just be honest. Even if we put Taylor in, that still ain't nothing but a stopgap. Like, that's not even a potential future quarterback for situation. At least with Dez, at least you still kind of talking about it. Because Desmond Ritter, at the end of the day, for the rest of the season, he's auditioning for the Falcons starting quarterback job, but also possibly for the rest of the league as well. We don't know what's going to happen at the end of this season.
Like, even if we do get off of Desmond, I think he's still going to get a job even as our backup in the NFL. I think he's a solid, at least, backup quarterback if he doesn't pan out with us. Because I do like what you say. I do like his scrambling ability because number 8, forgot his name on the Bucs, but for him to actually like get off that and stay on the sideline, keep his feet in bounds,
that
even a replay situation.
You talking about number 9? That was number 9, Joe Tryon.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's actually he lost his starting spot, so that made it just a little bit worse for him. But Ms. Angela says, Smitty, Chris, when will Arthur Blank realize that we need a coach? I mean, at this point, you just got to roll with the rest of the season and see where they go. He said he'll be back, but I just don't believe it till I see it, because the way the stadium looked today with all those empty seats, nobody wants to see that.
It was terrible too. Very noticeable.
Slanger Wood said Richard Grant can't cover nobody and can barely tackle. I cannot argue with that.
I'm done. I've been done with Richie Grant already. I give him his props when he does something right, but I've been off of Richie Grant a couple of games ago. Like, man, really before a little bit after the bye, maybe. But yeah, I've seen enough of Richie Grant, bro.
You really can't blame Hillens because he's just a rookie, so he's going to make it.
Yeah. I would like to see more of him.
Yeah, Richard Grant's been around for 3 years. He knows what's right and what's wrong. If he's reviewing film like he's supposed to be able to read the wide receivers, where they lined up and all that, and kind of figure out what's about to happen, but he didn't. He looks into that backfield to see where the ball at. Man runs behind him, easy touchdown. Right. Again, it's just simple things, man. It's just about preparation. It's about execution.
Richie Grant I think he can still play football. I think he can be a good football player just off of the Atlanta Falcons. And just off the Atlanta Falcons roster. And I'm not going to say where he should go or anything. Right. Just just off of the Atlanta Falcons.
But I'm gonna be real with you about that. Can he really succeed in the NFL when Jerry Gray is one of the best defensive back coaches in all of football?
I was going okay. See, now you're gonna make me say it. See, now you're gonna make me say it.
You're walking them. You're walking them to it. You're walking them down to the ledge.
To it. Go ahead.
You're walking to it.
All right. So
might as well
with that being said, Richie Grant, if he leaves the Atlanta Falcons, he probably gonna end up either in the XFL, the IFL, the USFL,
or either at BYU.
See, BYU may be too good. So it's just we gotta no.
Backyard university ain't good for nobody.
Man, I got the Falcons tatted on me, literally. And every time we lose, I be doing this. I be trying to scrub it every time we lose. But when we win, I try to polish it off and show it off a little bit more.
I mean, if it's in you, it's in you, bro.
It is. Oh, it's in me. They in me. I can't get rid of them. I love them too much. But
speaking of men, y'all know what time it is, man. We're gonna get y'all in the chat for a minute. We have a special guest, so I won't be able to put as many in as I normally do, but I'm gonna drop the link so y'all can come in and talk to us. But y'all, while doing that, man, y'all give y'all thoughts on overall for this game for the Falcons. What do y'all think, and what can they do to get better?
Shoot, man, you go ahead, Snooty.
Honestly, in my opinion, we gotta find a way to get the offense more better plays, man. Honestly, for me, I want Pitts on the outside. I would like to see Pitts at a wide receiver position and throw the ball up to him and let him run routes. We saw what he did in Florida. We saw what he did his first year when we had Matt Ryan, who actually can really facilitate and get passes to him. He broke a record. So for him to not even have, he only had I don't think he even got 500 yards. We had 500 yards this year or something like that. Or just, he may just got over it this year. I think we just got to find a way to get Pitts more involved in the passing game. Because it seemed like Geno Smith at the beginning of the season was our number one tight end, to be real with you. So we just got to find a way to get Pitts and London involved, because I don't want to wake up one day and somebody deleting all the Falcons pitch off their Instagram, or somebody requesting a trade, and you can't be mad because you know Pitts is a better player than how we're using him at this moment. Even though I would never want to lose one of our phenoms. Seems like we always have a phenom like Julio. We always seem to have a unicorn like that. But we just got to use our unicorns the way that we know we can, and not just on Madden when I be playing with them. I know they can do it in real life too. So just got to find a way to use our weapons. John Robinson. One more thing. I despise that pistol formation. I am tired of 3 yards back. We're handing the ball back some more for them to have to run back up to the line of scrimmage. It just gets on my nerve. It's a 3rd and 1. Can we just go I for him? Can we just go I for him and hand the ball off like they used to back in the 2000s or in the 90s or something like that? Let's just do something like that. I think we're trying to over sophisticate our offense, and I think that's the biggest problem.
Man, he's been overthinking since he's been here. Yeah, he's been overthinking ever since he's been here. But
that's because college quarterbacks don't line up directly behind the center no more. So that pistol comes from college, and you know a lot of college quarterbacks now, when you get in the game, you got to be able to just produce. They not waiting for you no more.
Nope. Definitely not doing that, man. It's what you see pretty often, just like Slim was saying, in college nowadays. So, yeah, man. But this for me, this is just a game that we just shouldn't have lost at all. Like, you just look at the game at all phases, and we just shouldn't have lost. We definitely were the better team, but we didn't show it out there. And now we're in a 3-way tie, and we pretty much have to have these last few games. We have to have these. We really can't even afford no more L's. Because it can really can't afford no more L's. Like, seriously, we have to, especially within the division, we have to win. Got to take care of Carolina. Got to have that game at the end of the season versus the Saints. And I was hoping and praying that we could win this game, take down Carolina, and then the last 3 games, by the time you get to the Saints game, we can rest players. But instead, now we're looking like we're going to have to actually go into battle. And it may be winner gets in type mess. So,
thanks. But this how we gonna do it. I got about 1, 2, 3, 6 people in the back room. Slim, throw out a question before you get out of here, and when I run through all the people in the chat, you can jump back in.
All right, that's too easy.
Throw out a quick question.
All right, I'm just gonna make it just one quick thing. Did y'all see how Ritter did that turnaround before he threw that pick? That's why I got my Michael Jackson shirt on, because he did a good spin on that one, boy.
I'm talking about. Now it was a nice little dance move. Now
he didn't even look at Bijan Robinson. He just turned around and threw the ball.
That was that play right there was similar to what I was saying about when he fooled himself, trying to look off Britt, and Britt didn't move. And my God, yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Those two plays right there, yeah.
But I don't want to say it's like a question. It's probably like a quick statement. But the thing is that
go ahead.
This is the type of offense you're gonna get each week when it's basically you're gonna let Ritter trash it up for 3 whole quarters, and he gonna give you a good drive in the game. He gonna give you a good play. And the thing is that the Tampa Bay, their game plan was literally, we just going to play conservative. We're not going to go for a lot because we just going to try to, because they knew Desmond Ritter was going to get some turnovers, and we just going to try to capitalize off those turnovers, because every game, regardless of how it played out, it was always close in the fourth. So that's why I didn't see Baker Mayfield making a bunch of risky throws. I didn't see him when they was 4th and 2, when they could have easily went for it. Analytics said they should go for it, and then they put the ball off. They played kind of smart because they knew the Falcons were going to give them opportunities to get that game. And I said this, I knew this was going to happen because it even when Ritter got that good drive to London, I said, you gave Baker Mayfield too much time. And Baker Mayfield, when he was with the Rams, he only been there for a week, took them down the field and got the win. So it was too much time on the clock. And we all know how the Falcons play when there's too much time on the clock. They turned the Falcons game plan around on them. That was it. Because they started running up that middle.
But you think about it, as I said earlier, you can't be mad at defense, because at that point in the game, they gassed. They showed it at the beginning of the fourth quarter. They were out of gas.
And they kept you with the whole game.
And think about it, that's probably because those are second and third string players we had to fill in with. So they're not used to playing whole games.
Conditioning.
I don't blame the defense. I don't blame the defense, nor do I blame Koo. Because the thing is, this is Koo's first time in his whole career where he missed 2 field goals like that.
And they were 50s.
So the reality is what we all know, but I think a lot of people are just trying to avoid it because they know we need a quarterback. And when you are in that quarterback carousel, anything, you will take moral victories over anything. So it's just, I think Arthur Blank just need to go ahead and realize, okay, we need to really make a move for a quarterback. And I don't want to hear no other excuse of how Desmond Ritter can get us over the hump, because he's not going to get you over the hump. But the reality is we stuck with him at least until the end of this season. So the only issue I'm having is because I still say the Falcons are going to end up making the playoffs, because if you look at Tampa Bay's remaining schedule, they still got the Jags. They still got a few other people. So I already knew it was going to come down to that Falcons-Saints game. That's going to determine who go into it. So I never expected the Falcons to have any cushion, because the Falcons' biggest issue is just getting one.
If they win today, if they had won today, they had a cushion.
A snag hole, 76 over 5.
Honestly, like again today, go ahead.
But how many times we all said, the Falcons just need one drive, or the Falcons just need one stop, or the Falcons just need one touchdown. It's always that one, just that one. When we need 1 yard, we couldn't get it. It's always the one. So I always expected it to go down to the wire to go into this playoff.
But
I hope it's a different thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Slim, always.
I'm gonna tap you out for a minute, Slim. I'll bring you back in a little later.
Yeah. Hey, good tape, bro. Good tape, bro. Good tape.
All right.
Got my boy DA. I know he's gonna that knowledge.
What's going on with y'all, man?
What up with it, DA?
Feeling, bro.
Man, I got so many emotions about this game today, man.
I
First
know.
of all, I'll say I liked a little bit of what I saw, especially from Clark Phillips, man, a few other guys.
Mhm.
And I will say, as from a quarterback perspective, Desmond Ridder did show a little potential today. I'm going to say that. But as y'all talked about, man, I really feel like the developmental process of Ridder, man, is still not where it needs to be. He's still eyeing down receivers. If you go to that one drive in the third quarter, well, I think he threw a ball to John, who was, 3rd and 6. You had Kyle Pitts coming right across the field wide open. Also, another point in the game where he tried to go deep to Scotty Miller. What I don't understand why they ran in the post, like the commentator said, if you send Miller towards the hash, that was on Arthur Smith, I think Scotty Miller would have had some distance. And also, if you look at the pass interference call on Drake London from Newsom, I don't really think that was pass interference. I think we were bailed out because Desmond Ridder that was a horrible throw.
We were bailed out. That play
we were bailed out. That was a horrible throw, And as Smitty said, man, when it seems like we do a great job, they do a great job. Desmond Ridder does a great job, and I'm gonna blame most of this on Desmond today. Still taking our momentum away from us. And like y'all said too, man, we do great when we are running the ball. You got Tyler Algier and Bijan and Cordell coming in pounding. We go back to throwing the ball. Man, I've never been so uncomfortable watching a quarterback in my life. I know Desmond Ridder's young. He's only got about 18 starts, but at the same time, man, as fans, I think we're getting tired of seeing this team shoot itself in the foot. Poor decision making on throws, still eyeing down receivers. And yeah, I agree. What's your name, brother? Mr. Rodney, brother Rodney, man.
Yes, sir.
I will put a little bit, y'all, Smith, I'm Cool, one of my favorite players, but man, them 2 years ago, we can't have that.
They hurt.
We can't have that, and even though Cool might be struggling career-wise from 50 plus, I mean, we still count on Cool to come through in those moments, And when you put those 2 kicks together with the safety, and Tampa Bay really didn't do anything special on defense. Their secondary just played clamp down football, And Ryan Nielsen made a mistake at the end. I mean, honestly, Richie Grant, man, the weakest link in the secondary.
Secondary.
I mean, I think, honestly, truth be told, Richie Grant may be on paper the more athletic member of the secondary, but he has the most horrible mind. I mean, you in cover 3. You got a tight end as the 2 receiver on your side. If this guy go vertical, every week somebody manages to get behind Richie Grant. Every other member of the secondary today did a great job keeping guys in front of them. AJ Terrell did a great job keeping Mike Evans in front.
Masterclass today from
much
AJ.
Better job than he did. Exactly, man. I mean, are you talking about professionals in terms of if you telling your kids, I want you to take this game right here, watch number 24, watch number 34. You mean to tell me this kid from Utah, who hasn't had any playing time prior to the last 2 or 3 weeks, can come in and damn near play perfect? And we got a guy that's been on the team for 3 years and still can't figure it out. When he got here, he couldn't know, he didn't know the plays. But Richie Grant is getting beat deep every week. I tell you the truth, DeMarco Heller's made a big error today, but I'd rather see a young guy back there, man. If we're going to make mistakes, let's make mistakes with the guys you're supposed to make mistakes with.
The young guys.
We can't keep making mistakes with the same guy. You see what I'm saying? But I know we got to be sure you got other folks, Wayne. But the fact of the matter is, man, I really want to see us go up to 7-6 today. Because just like y'all talked about, and I've been saying this for the last few weeks, getting separation in the division. Get some separation. Also, another thing, too, late in the game, man, that lack of pass rush showed up once again. Now, like I say, kudos to Ryan Nielsen. He always has this defense ready to play with no pass rush, and somehow we still top 10. But at the same time, though, decision-making, I think if Desmond Ridder makes better decisions on some of those throws, we talk, like you said, Chris, man, we talking about 7-6 right now. Having some real separation. It's this point in the year, this particular game in the year, it ain't even got to be Tampa. Every year, we at the same point in the game, and we end up losing a game late in the last 2 minutes.
That we should.
But I think this game had more to do with trying to get this team more confidence. When you lose games like this, you lose a lot of confidence. So going forward, even next game, they may struggle against a 1-12 team because of the mindset.
Yep, so, trap game coming up, man. Trap game.
Trap is on the way.
And if you look at the rest of our schedule, I'm going to be honest with you. It seems like a few of the teams, like the Colts, man, I'm not sure if they won today or not. But that's another game I'm looking at.
I think the Bengals ran them out the building.
You said what? Yeah. But a team like them trying to they're still in a division hunt, man. That's what we up against. We still, I think we should have our way with the Panthers, right? I think that's the game we should go. But like you said, that's a 1-12 team playing spoiler. We hate the Atlanta Falcons. We want to, spoil somebody's season. And another game I'm looking at too, prior to the Saints game, is that Chicago Bears game, late December, frigid cold temperature,
30 degree weather,
and also with Montez Sweat, who we didn't even get a chance to get.
Ooh, boy, what Montez Sweat
think about it. I mean, you're gonna have Justin Fields at Soldier Field.
Cold
I think it's gonna be a 4:00 game, something like that. It's probably gonna be fucking 2 degrees out there. We're gonna go against another stout physical defense. Could be snowing. And like I said, Desmond Ritter's developmental process is not where it needs to be. This guy is still thinking too much. You see, it's a simplified offense. The offense ain't difficult to understand. It's just I'm just sick of seeing the cleanup dude every week. Like, we're still making mistakes that we should already be past now. You see? So that's all I got, man. I just want put that input out there.
Oh yeah, the defense. That may be what we need to dub our defense name, the cleanup crew. Because they definitely do clean up a lot of mistakes. Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously. I mean, you can say what you want, and you can feel how you want. That's true. They clean up a lot.
The defense been keeping us in games. They normally, when we go back to we know the Matt Ryan era is over. Matt Ryan is done. But we hope for a defense to give Matt Ryan the ball the amount of times that our offense has averaged more touches this year in terms of game, right, than we probably have all the last 2 seasons. Like, our offense is getting the ball a lot of times now because of our defense. And we have probably one of the best defenses in situational football. We finally got we don't have a pass rush, but situational football, our defense has made a lot of plays this year. So,
and third down, we're one of the best in the league.
And Ryan.
One of the best. I mean, and when have the Falcons been tied to one of the top 10 teams against third down? So,
never.
But
hey, man.
I thought I'd never see the day where our defense is just astronomically better than the offense. I thought I would never, ever really see that day as a Falcon fan, because I'm used to us having a potent offense, but the defense a little laggy.
Because we definitely night and day. 7 and against 24th or 25th in the league. So that's what I'm saying. It's night and day.
Yeah. But I appreciate y'all guys having me on, man.
Always, man. Dodgers as always, my brother. We'll see you next Sunday.
I don't start that channel soon too, Smitty.
All right, stop playing now. We ready.
All right, cool.
So our boy DA always bringing the knowledge, man.
DA always have you ready to run through a wall after you get off. You get off talking with him.
My boy Shaka been in here for a minute. Let's get him in right quick.
Not Shaka.
Shaka, what's up, man?
What up, fellas?
What it do, Shaka?
Family?
Hey, man, why you didn't deliver that win today, man? What happened?
Bro, I was at the game with it, dog.
Man, you were supposed to be on the field.
Give it off the smell. He ain't want it. He's all want that damn win. Hey, man. How y'all boys doing, man? Y'all good?
Hey, man.
I'm
hanging in. I'm not gonna taste. So, like, I can't do it on camera. When it's over with, I'm gonna go ahead and let my tears go after this over with.
My damn not gonna
I had to go ahead and pay something up too. So I already sent all my apps out, my little Zelles, my little Cash Apps. My mama even got some money off, man. This is crazy.
Man, don't do it, man. You know how it is, man. It ain't gonna never be easy for us, man. Us Falcons fans.
It'd be too much like right.
We ain't gonna get no
like right to make it easy.
Hey, man, but I hear everybody talking about Ritter, man, and true enough, he got his faults, man. But I tell you this, you put Ritter out there with Kyle Shanahan, he'll be an above average quarterback, man. It's our coach, bro. I mean, he ain't designing no kind of plays that's gonna make it easy on Ritter. Ain't nowhere in the world we should have got 2 safeties back to back last week and this week because of play calling, man.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? How you running play action inside the 5? You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Put Tyler Algier or Cordero Patterson back there. Run that damn football, get some yards, get out to about the 12-yard line, get some room, then let it fly. But
I'm just saying, Cincinnati has a backup in right now, and they still clicking on all cylinders.
But Chris, what did I say to the Jacksonville game we were testing? This making Arthur Smith look bad because this is a guy who's he's a journeyman, been in the league 6 years, only his second start, and he throws for 300 yards against one of the best defenses in the league. So just make it make sense.
And got the win. I'm saying, yeah, man. It just make our coach look bad, man. It definitely makes him look bad. Because you see all
Shocking, you still there?
Oh, we didn't lose him, did we?
Dark over there. I don't see no Falcon logo.
Yeah, I don't see nothing no more. Oh, we don't lost shot.
Lost shot.
Who is next? My boy JP been here for a minute. Then we're gonna go to Bags. He in the chat as well. We're gonna get him in a second.
JP,
what's up, JP? You got it.
What's good? What's happening? Right, my boy Snoopy. What's happening? How y'all doing?
What's going on, Mr. JP? What it do, bro?
Hey, I'm having a horrible day. I ain't got nothing but macro, grandiose, big picture points. Nothing but big picture points. No points about today. Nothing but big picture points right now.
Okay, gotcha.
What else can we expect from Desmond Ridder? Like, what other quarterback? Like, name another quarterback that gets 2 safeties back-to-back weeks. That's a starter. All we need Desmond Ridder.
Zach Wilson.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna just say this, JP.
Dan Orlovsky.
He didn't get 2. Back to back.
I tried.
I said Zach Wilson.
Oh, you can't climb Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson had a hell of a game.
He balled today. He got down on today.
He had over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did his thing today. But
go ahead, Smith.
I think what needs to happen at the quarterback position, I don't think he's reached his ceiling just yet. I just think he's just not under the right play calling. Because I said the same thing you said a couple of weeks ago. Put this guy in the Kyle Shanahan offense, a wide open offense. He's a gunslinger, so he's going to get people the ball. So why can't Arthur Smith dial up plays to better use his arm to set him up to be successful? If you run the ball successful, we all know this is fundamental football 101. If you run the ball well, it opens up everything else. With Arthur Smith, he run the ball well, he go backwards. So I guess
I gotta have a controversial take then, because
go ahead.
There's no way all these passes got to be interceptions. There's no way all these passes on the goal line got to be fumbles and results for safeties. It's bad quarterback play. Bad quarterback play is gonna make your coach look crazy, man. You don't have to complete every pass, but every pass that you don't complete is a turnover. We look at the record. Look at his numbers. Like the turnovers are astronomical. I've never seen a quarterback turn over the ball this much. Never. We had 3 backup offensive linemen in the game.
True.
I want us to run the ball. I understand that point. But all I'm saying is, with Desmond Ridder in the game, I have no confidence in him passing the ball. In a passing league where 300 yards is regular.
When I was growing up, 300 yards,
he not be better than him? How can Heineke not be better than him?
Jay, I got a question.
How can Heineke not be better?
We think the Falcons' record is going to be at the end of the season?
8-7.
8-7. Okay.
8-7.
I mean, we
You're 2 games short. You're 2 games short.
Yeah, 2. So you think 10-7 then, because it's
I'm sorry, 10-7.
10-7. Oh, we definitely. We 10-7. Oh, we definitely in that.
We're gonna win the rest of these games, but it's gonna be the same way. It's gonna look the exact same way. We're not gonna score 3 touchdowns, and this is crazy. We got a quarterback that doesn't score 3 touchdowns, and we complain about Matt Ryan. This is crazy. This is crazy, man.
Hey, man, it's a new day.
I'm gonna go, Smitty. I'm gonna go because I don't understand Desmond Ridder. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to have my face on here because I want Desmond Ridder to know, and maybe he might see me at Publix. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he might see me at Family Dollar somewhere or something. I mean, I got real like smoke for you, bro. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Smitty, you could play quarterback better than that right now. Right now, I got more.
I ain't gonna lie. Back in the day, I had a cannon for an arm, but I don't have a couple.
Hey, one thing about it, I guarantee you, I know what Smitty gonna do. every time they call a pass play, Smitty gonna audible and run that ball.
Run the ball. hey, and sometimes tuck the ball and just run it. Just run it. Even if your receiver got a step, you want him to have 3 steps, you want him to be wide open, cool, whatever. Tuck the ball and run it.
I'm glad you said that, because that play, that safety, let me know that Desmond Ridder still cannot go through his progressions, because he had an opening on the left side. All he had to do was take off running. He had, because the end that slapped the ball away, he went around the back. So he had a lane to run through on the left side. So if he, as a veteran quarterback, he sees that beforehand and he takes off running, but he's still looking down the field, looking to throw the ball with nobody open.
Yeah. Man, let me get any comments, man. I'm gone.
We definitely shouldn't have been throwing the ball right there either, by the way. Like, I don't know why we throwing the ball at all. I don't know how we dropping back at all. But
I don't have no poignant comments about the game. No great analysis.
Damn the game.
All I can think about, all I can see is Ridder right now, man. And when he starts,
you ain't read for Ridder, man.
When he start next week, how am I supposed to feel? Like, how do y'all feel about? I'm gonna leave on that. How do y'all feel about Ridder start next week? Are you confident in him throwing for 300 yards?
I mean, just like I said a few minutes ago, JP, he ain't got a choice at this point. He got to live with it.
We got to ride.
Arthur's just gonna ride. Yeah, like they say, Arthur's just gonna ride with it, man. And Arthur's job is literally dependent on Ridder's.
All right, JP.
Yeah. This is a toxic relationship that we have with quarterback Desmond Ridder. It is a toxic relationship. Desmond comes in and he walks in all upset, slap us, and then next thing you know, buys flowers, and the next thing you know, we cool. It's just too much. It's just too much. And honestly, man, I would love to see progression from this man, because I would say again, I would love for Desmond to progress. I'm rooting for Desmond to progress because it will help the Falcons come draft time and free agency.
Right.
But the fact that he's not progressing, and the fact that he's auditioning for his job still, and possibly even for a league job, we don't know what to expect. Now we may be going after a quarterback when we should have been going after a pass rusher or anything. It's just too much, man. And I can't keep defending the mistakes, because he's going to give you one every game. Even if he doesn't throw a pick, he's going to drop a fumble.
And that fumble in the first quarter, that was his fault all the way. He pulled back off the center. Then pulled back off the center too fast and wasn't paying attention. But Miss Angela, I definitely agree. You got to scan the field prior to him running, and I agree with that. But in his situation, he should know exactly what he is on the field at all times. But Bags, what's up, man? Talk to us.
What it do?
What's good, man? What's good, fellas? Listen, man, it's simple. When Ridder threw that pick earlier in the game in Tampa's red zone, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be this type of game. I kid you not, because one, like y'all been saying now, it's definitely his decision making, but y'all can't negate the fact that Arthur Smith does put him as well as his offense in some very, very, terrible positions. What is the point of that? What's the point of that? And then the thing is, right, throughout points of the game, we were running the ball very, very well. Bijan to pick up 8 yards here, 7 yards here. Good, what he do? 2nd and 2, throw the ball. Why?
Get the ball right back to him.
It don't make sense. It's simple. And the thing is, the way we beat Tampa the first time is what? Toting the rock, pounding them, beating them down. You go against the grain, and you see what happened. Now, don't get it confused. We did put up 25 points, but we were so stagnant for about a good 3.5 quarters, bro. The defense can only save you so much, and they were gassed. Even if it would have been the predominant of our starters in the game, they still would have been gassed, bro. From saying stopping these teams the whole game. Right. You can't do that.
We definitely left points on the board. We should have had more than 25. We should have been well into the 30s. I say about 37, 38 points today.
Facts. And you can't, and like y'all say, we definitely have, if not the number one, a top 3, top 5 kicker, but you still got to put some blame on Koo too, because of the caliber kicker he is.
let me ask you this, Bags. Could it be that back injury he been talking about the last 2 weeks?
And
Think
I was
about it.
thinking that too. I was
If
thinking
you
that
got a
too.
lower back strain, it's gonna be harder for you to go all the way through on your kicks. And
I do
that
agree
kick
with
that
that.
he missed, that
It
he
is.
was short. I said, nah, something got to be wrong. We talking about
It
a guy
looked
that can
like
kick the ball 60+ yards,
Yeah,
and he couldn't make a
yeah,
50-yard field goal.
you
No,
right. It did.
it's
Now
definitely something.
that
yeah.
kick you
Go ahead.
talking about, it did kind of look like he kind of pulled up, like he didn't follow through all the way. So you might be
Right.
right. You might
Well,
be right, Smitty.
he was dealing with it, guys, in the last home game as well. Because I do remember even on the sideline, he was kicking, but he was following all the way through. So this game, I'm thinking maybe it could have been a possibility that the last game he did so much kicking, maybe he made it sore. Maybe he made it sore and he wasn't able to follow all the way through, because it was a difference. I did notice a difference now that you said something about that.
Yeah, man. I thought about that. Go ahead, Snooty.
I already know
when you're on that field, I judge what I see on that field. Now, if you hurt and you can't do it, get your ass off the field.
Yep, that's
it. On that field, I got a call.
Now that's bottom line, though. That is bottom line.
You
can't do it.
That's real, because if you look at it now, AJ Terrell was just in protocol last week, and this week
had a master class today.
Had Mike Evans on hush.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell y'all, when it come out to the season, no more AJ Terrell contract talk. Just give it to him every day.
That's why I was saying last week we need AJ Terrell. So we cut that out last week.
I got some on it
he's
too.
Such an underrated cornerback, man.
So you got some on it. Yeah, I can second that. I got something too.
Yeah, I got good $2.
About $2 or $3.
Yeah, $2 for the signing bonus. I ain't got nothing crazy. This is on the signing bonus. I got him.
I want to say this too real quick, Smith. I want to say this real quick, man.
Go ahead.
Now, like I say, Arthur Smith does put Ritter in some terrible positions, but just going back to his decision making, he's been bailed out on interceptions. Should have been interceptions the past 2 weeks. One was this week was the hands to the face on Carlton Davis on Drake, and then last week was the bailed out of the NFL with what is Reed that should have caught a pick last week. I think it was him.
Oh,
but
I can't remember what's his name.
It just goes back to decision making, though, man. Now, like y'all been saying, these bunch sets you get these guys in where they're running, their routes are only maybe 2 to 3 to 4 yards away from each other. You asking for a disaster. I don't care who. We can have Brady, we can have Mahomes, we can have Dan Marino. Whoever you put in that position, man, he's gonna look terrible, because you got 3 or 4 people right there and bunched together when they run their routes.
The same spot.
I'd never understand that formation at all. I'm like, you give it no space. But we've seen it all season, and they just will not ditch it. And just
Arthur Smith.
And I was wondering this during the game. We signed the kicker last week, so why is he still kicking? If you know he's injured, get him out the game.
Yep.
Yeah. That's probably one of those things to where Young Way has some say so, and he's like, "Hey, look, I can kick, so I'm going to kick. You know, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to produce."
It's either that or Arthur Smith is just very stubborn and he really calls all the shots.
He's that anyway, though, bro. He's that anyway.
Well, you got to think about it too. His job on the line.
Yeah,
his job on the line. So you got to think about it. He's going to put no matter if you hurt or not. He going to ask you, "Can you go one time?" As soon as you say yes, that's the end of it. So, I mean, you just stuck with it. But like I said, he stuck with it. But Shaka, give one last thought before you get out of here, man.
Yeah, man. So I was just trying to finish on what I was saying earlier, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Arthur Smith ain't did nothing with Ritter, dog. He ain't did nothing with Ritter, man. And hell, Arthur Smith ain't developed his damn self. You know,
hello.
I mean, you can't keep making the same mistakes, man. As a play call, as a coach, as a fan, man, you can feel the way the game is going. You can feel what you need to be calling and what you need to be doing, man. It's not hard, man. It's football. Football ain't changed in 100 damn years, man. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? You cannot be making the same damn mistakes. Throwing the ball, like I was saying earlier, throwing the ball inside your own 5 and play action at that, a long developing play. You know what I mean? You can't do that, man. You got those two big backs. You got Patterson and Algier, man. Run the boys up the middle. Get about at least 3-4 yards, man. Give yourself some room. Come
And
on,
Ritter
man.
can run
Too
himself.
much like right.
Yeah.
And he learned something else today too. He learned something else today
I
too.
cannot blame it 100% on Ritter. If you put Ritter out there in San Francisco and you take that boy, Mr. Irrelevant, and you put him over here with Arthur Smith, he'll be looking like Ritter right now because of the coach.
Facts.
And
I
Ritter will
guarantee
be
it.
looking like him, or probably better because Ritter's more athletic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But one more thing before I get out of it, man. Like I said, I was at the game, man. You can feel it, man. When Street got hurt and he walked out the field holding his shoulder, man. I said that is pretty much it, man. Because them boys, that's when they started gutting us right up the middle. 5 yards to 6
They
yards.
started attacking that. They did.
They weren't running the ball like for 15, 20 yards a pop. They was gutting us with 6 yards, 7 yards. And I knew once that happened, our play caller on the other side was not gonna help us out on offense. Defense was direct. They were done. You know, they played their hearts out in the first half. But when that boy, when Street got hurt, I was like, it's over now, man, because defense the only thing that's been holding us in the game. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
we haven't had a game yet where we can just say, boy, that offense carried us today.
Man.
and you won't see it.
Speaking of carrying though.
Arthur Smith offense need a good, you don't have to be great, a good athletic experienced quarterback, man. You know what I'm saying? Semi-athletic, but got some NFL experience, man. You ain't gonna put no rookie or no second-year player over there on Arthur Smith offense and expect it to work, man. So,
and I hate to say it, man. We need a pass rusher so bad. That's why I keep saying somebody he's comfortable with. Ryan Tannehill could be here next year. And that's why I said he could be here because
I don't think he'll look that good though, Smitty. I don't think Ryan Tannehill look that good. Look how
but see, Ryan Tannehill looked decent, but of course he had Derrick Henry behind him. But we got a stable of backs that can have Derrick Henry's production all together.
That was gonna be
not one by one, but all together they'll have Derrick Henry's production. You know what I mean?
But think about this too, though. I wouldn't want Ryan Tannehill here.
One,
he's a veteran. 2, he can read the field. 3, he'll tell Arthur Smith to kiss his ass if he don't see the right play. So I wouldn't have no problem with that if that's the case.
Right?
He could do the job. And to be honest, all we need him to do is manage the game. We don't need him to do nothing else. Just don't turn the ball over.
Oh, boy, I can see it right now. Ryan Tannehill rolls out of the pocket and rolls an ankle.
No, man.
Exactly.
What they need to do, what they need to do, this is not a popular opinion. I think they need to go get Kirk Cousins, man.
Oh, I've been saying that. I've been saying that.
But not coming off that Achilles injury, though.
Yeah, that Achilles injury, that's a 2-year heal, so that's gonna be tough.
Yeah. But I'll say this real quick, Smitty, before I get out of here. One more thing.
You gotta hear about it.
Hold on, Shaka. What'd you say, Bass?
No, I was just saying one more thing, man, before you let us go.
Okay.
I would rather ride with Ritter. Hear me out on this. I would rather ride with Ritter than going to get a Tannehill, or I would rather ride with Ritter than going to get one of these young rookies out of the draft, try to trade up and do all that. Because look, one, you don't know if they'll pan out or not. Just like we didn't know what we had in Ritter. So that basically you'll be starting all the way back over. Like, and I understand the talent value when it comes to one of these young guys, but man, if anything, I said Arthur Smith got to turn that offense around himself before he tries to develop anybody.
Yeah, that's true.
I would rather stay with Ritter. That's why I said I want him to succeed, because I don't want to go get another rookie quarterback or have to start over and
experiment, because it may not work, just like with Ritter.
And it'll save us some money.
Know, especially if Arthur Smith is play calling. So we don't know.
But that's what I was just about to say. If he's still calling to play next year and we just keep Ritter, we're just gonna be in the same situation. Because to be honest, I think he reached his ceiling, and we all know it.
Yeah, as far as play calling. Yeah.
All right, Smitty, A1 tip.
All right, brother.
My boy in the bottom, I can't see your name, man. My eyes get bad,
Bags.
bro.
That's bad.
Bad. All right, man. Y'all fellas be easy, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, man.
All right, brother.
Take care, fellas,
Same
man.
All
to
Y'all
right,
you,
enjoy
Sean.
the
brother.
rest of y'all
Put it down,
weekend,
bad.
man.
Get to the
Yes,
bad now.
you know
Oh
it,
yeah,
brother. Same to y'all, man.
Yes,
Enjoy.
sir.
sir.
Let's get 2 more in here, then we're gonna roll on that, man.
Yes, sir. It's been a
Mafia.
great show. Great
What's
show.
up, Mafia? I know
Yeah,
you
Mafia.
What's up, you guys? How y'all doing?
What
You
it
got
do?
it.
So, I mean, I just I don't want to repeat everything everybody else said, but I noticed, man, in the past couple weeks, man, we seen Michael Pruitt on the left side, and they be blitzing, and even the DNs be coming off, man, and he's just a liability over there, and I just don't see why they don't change that up.
Hey, yeah, that's facts. That's facts. I'm gonna tell you something else that was crazy too. That did y'all see that play to where I believe it was Jonnu Smith on the screen and they had Drake London and Kyle Pitts blocking?
Yep.
The heck was that? I was like, bro, what are we doing?
I think Jonnu Smith scored off of a screen similar to that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
Scored
he
off a
did.
screen.
I mean, he did, but that's my point though, that we've already seen that. Like,
Right.
and that's not going to be working just all the time. You're not.
Can that be Pitts? And can that be Pitts where Smith is at? And let's put Smith, Jonnu to block. Like, I want to see one of my phenoms, one of my unicorns, or Bijan or Pitts getting that pass.
I want to see my weapon,
bro. But like, let's put one of our phenoms back there to get that and see what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah, I agree, man. Because when Kyle Pitts line up in line, it's a problem.
It's also weird, man, that we have these top receivers that you be leaning on, and it feel like Desmond. Not only the decision making is very questionable, like he don't know where to go, especially when coverages are taking people out of the game. He kind of like Marcus Mariota be either overthrowing, underthrowing, or be throwing right into cover 2, cover 3 coverages. It's so weird, man. Like that Kyle Pitts play where he had that touchdown. Kyle Pitts almost slipped catching the ball. Like I've never seen Desmond throw in stride yet, since he's been a Falcon.
Yeah, and that Scotty Miller pass too. That should have been that pass, man, should have been completed because Scotty Miller had to slow down for the ball. That's for one thing. Even if you kept him going running that post, he still had to slow down for the ball, which gave the DB a chance to catch up with Miller. You should have threw it out a little bit and gave him a chance to run in space, man. It was just bad passing.
So it's like we have a great, running identity, but where's our passing identity? And since Charles London left us to go to Tennessee, he's helped Will Levis, man, take his game to new heights. Even though he's a rookie and making mistakes, Charles London developed him. So where is our quarterback development? Like I see Dave Ragone in some of the videos, him like showing the guys where to throw to, but like the play design with the wide receivers run into each other, people doing deep curls into each other, they next to each other. I just
I don't agree with that because I think he just be drawing the direction to McDonald's and the DoorDash. How he gonna get that the fastest, like a GPS system, because he don't be doing that, man. He can't be doing that. Because if both of those guys were helping Desmond along the way, that lets me know that really it's the problem and not them. And I know they're not going to admit that. So if you look at it, the only thing that I think that could save all 3 of those guys' job at this point is go back to the film room, like I've been saying all year, figure out his strengths and simplify the playbook the best you can. If they can't do that,
and along with
fellas.
that, go ahead.
Go ahead, Snooty.
All right, I know how we've been discussing Smith and the team and all that. What would satisfy you as a Falcon fan? How far we need to achieve this season? What would satisfy you?
Let's see. To be honest with you, what would satisfy me as a Falcon fan right now, as I sit here, if you can just give me more than just competence at quarterback, play calling, and just overall offense. If you can start using the guys that we drafted, the Bijan Robinsons more, the Kyle Pitts, the Drake Londons, make them the focal points and really just let everything run through those guys, if I can see them getting on well accord, that's what I want to see. I want to see some rhythm. I want to see some camaraderie. I want to see some chemistry. That's what I want to see. It ain't even about necessarily just wins and losses. Of course, we want wins. Yep. Of course, we want the playoff. Of course, we want a playoff win. But I want to see some consistency with us using our playmakers, using them to the best of our ability, and winning games, scoring points. I want the offense we want to put the game on their back for a chance and give the defense a rest. I'm tired of the cleanup crew always having to clean it up.
That name too.
Like, I'm tired of that. Always them have to clean it up. So I want some consistency.
And consistency is the key to winning football games.
Yes. And we haven't seen that all season. We'll see a game, we'll see a play, we'll see a series, but we have not seen them put it all together with this quarterback coach combination. So that's what I want to see more than anything. I want to see that coach and quarterback combination find some consistency within this offense. Use Bijan, make him your focal point. Don't forget about Tyler Algiers as he's a bowling ball. Kyle Pitts, mismatch. Drake London, spectacular catches on 1,000. So come on, man. Let's get these guys out here.
And I don't get it. I agree with everything you said 100%. And I'm not going to change anything. But the consistency that they need the most, run the football until somebody can stop you. Nobody can stop that run game. You stop yourself. And if y'all didn't notice today, why had Ryan Nuzell been sitting on the bench all year when they watched Drew Dalman struggle? Make that make sense.
He did very well today.
That lets me know that somebody is missing something in the training room. Because if he played like that today, and you know you got a veteran in that position, why not play him? So next week, even if Drew Dalman is healthy, still got to put Ryan Nuzell back in. Because he did, and this was his first time starting at center. First time, because he's a guard. He usually swings from side to side at the guard position. But he switched over to center today. He's been working on it. And hell, who knows? He could get a new contract off of it. I would just stick with it to see how far it could go.
Bro, and I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's even crazier because with this offensive line, again, going back, we only had 100 yards rushing today, right? Which should have been way more because we was our averaging 6.3 yards per carry with backup linemen. Storm Norton out here. Chris Lindstrom came back. Thank God that happened. Matthew Bergeron, a rookie who was playing like he is a veteran.
Bergeron was on the field by himself.
At one point in time. Still holding his own weight, pulling his own weight. We lost Jake. We didn't have Caleb. We didn't have Dahlman, and we still had a 100-yard game, 100-yard rushing on the ground today. It's just absolutely crazy. This offense should be better than what it is. We should not be talking about a loss here. Our backup lineman still a 100-yard game, and we still end up Drake London, a very, very big game, career day.
Having two of them.
And I didn't want to bring this up, but I'm gonna be real with y'all.
You got to.
The reason why I think Arthur Smith is having so many problems, he's never played quarterback, he's never played running back, he's only played the offensive line, so that's his strength. So that's why this is the strength of this team, and that's why they do what they do so well. But if you know you can't dial up players for a quarterback because you know nothing about the position, hire somebody to do. Maybe that will save your job. Maybe you make the playoffs this year and next year, with a new offensive coordinator next year. Maybe you coach the Falcons long past them 4 or 5 years. But if you're going to keep calling plays and have absolutely no clue about what you're doing scheming for these teams, you just wasting your time.
Just wasting your time.
And our money.
Right, Smitty. And, you can tell, man, because, Ritter be coming up to the line, and he don't call out the middle linebacker a lot, nor does the center. And he don't have a good feel for the blitzes. Like, he don't even know when it's coming.
Really never called out the Mike linebacker.
Like that safety got blinded by Winfield. Just got blinded. Didn't feel the backside.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? Anticipation, sometimes you can say common sense. It's not even out there sometimes, man. And again, man, I want this man to succeed, but I'm gonna be hard on him too. When you're wrong, you're wrong, and you've been wrong a lot, my brother, this season. And it's just like, and as far as like the coaching staff and what we putting out there, like Smitty just said, man, you wasting our money at this point, man. You wasting our money and our time. And you what they be saying, you playing in my face or whatever, all that mess, man. You doing all of it. You're doing all of it. And honestly, we can be critical of the Atlanta Falcons because this team should really be roughly no worse than 10-3 right now. Am I crazy for saying that, y'all? Should we not be at least having 10 wins right now?
I said that in the chat earlier, so I definitely agree with it.
So
but,
I'm just saying, bro.
Chris, what do I always say? If you ain't doing your job, you doing what?
Bullshit.
All right. That's all I got to say.
I got to keep that one in mind.
Yeah. You ain't doing your job, you bullshit.
Yes, exactly. What's up, Cheesecake? Talk to us right quick.
Hey, what it do?
What it do?
Yo, what's up, guys, man? Man, listen, man. I don't understand Desmond Ritter with that play, and he just throwing that ball, not seeing that defense player, and trying to get the ball to Bijan Robinson. I don't understand what that play was. Then you're playing play action inside your own 5-yard line, and then making that safety. In my eyes, Desmond Ritter is still a rookie quarterback. He's not good.
I'm gonna tell you this right here, right now. I'm not gonna fall for that because, as I told Chris earlier, you look at Jake Brown in the Cincinnati back-to-back games over 300 yards. You look at CJ Stroud all year, even though they lost today, he still had a solid year. And it's just about preparation. And if your coach is not preparing you to win a football game, you're not going to win. It's just that simple. So I don't want to hear about Desmond Ritter still a rookie. He still got a lot to learn, but he still should be farther ahead of the curve than he is. I mean, that's what I just said about Arthur Smith. That's what I'm just saying about Arthur Smith. He can't coach the quarterback position. Find somebody who can.
He's not a developer. I'm telling you.
Right.
I'm saying that. He's
So,
not a developer of a quarterback.
And this is why everybody. Go ahead.
Most definitely, Mr. Smitty. No, I understand. No. For me, let's go get a veteran quarterback. And instead of draft, we don't need to draft a quarterback next year. Right now, we're not going to the playoffs.
Who
So let's go get a
veteran quarterback if we get one. If we got a veteran quarterback, who would you want?
Man, listen, I'll go get Justin Fields.
Not really. I do like Justin Fields, but I'm a veteran though.
Let me just say this. I go get Justin Fields, fire Arthur Smith.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
A head coach that I want, bring in Eric from the
Bieniemy.
Bring up Eric.
Okay, snap Bieniemy. Okay.
Go get Eric. Go get you an offense coordinator. Have Eric be the head coach. Keep Ryan Nelson as your defense coordinator because he's balling right now on a defense coach. He's doing so good right now. And then just use your playmakers, bro. Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Drake London. Use those playmakers, bro. Like you're racing picks. You're racing talent.
Hold on. Did he just say Matt Canada? Man, come on.
I normally don't even be in the chat, but I seen that I had to get you. I'm like, Marco, you stop your shit.
But let me tell y'all what I would do. And this is why I would do it. And I said this to Chris already. If I'm going to get a veteran, what I would do, I would go out, probably look to get Kyler Murray one, because he's super athletic. He can make all the throws. And we have dynamic pieces on offense. How do you use those dynamic pieces on offense? You go get a guy that can sling the football. And one guy that can get the whole offensive rhythm is Cliff Kingsbury, who was in Arizona. If you remember when he got those first couple of years, they were one of the top offensive teams in the league with an agent Larry Fitzgerald. So Kyler Murray, Cliff Kingsbury, and what I would do, I think got to go. But
yeah,
Ryan Nielsen will be the head coach next year. You bring in an offensive coordinator that can call plays. You let him run the defense from the head coaching position, and we just go from there. Because if you keep Arthur Smith and he's reached his ceiling, what does that tell you? It's going to be the same problem next year, no matter who you bring in. Because he's stubborn and he's not going to let people jump ahead of him, call plays, or do what they need to do. So he's just got to go, period. So
Facts. I totally agree with you, Smitty, man. I totally agree with you, man. Arthur Smith just gotta go, man. I know I'm tired of rumors of Arthur Smith coming back in 2024. It's gonna be the same thing over and over and over. He's so meat riding Desmond, man. It's like, man, like you don't even know how to run your playbook. You're a offensive lineman coach. You came from Tennessee as a lineman coach. You don't know how to be a head coach. You could be good somewhere else. Just like what Tip said. Like then Richie Grant, man, he got to go too, man. Cause you out there getting cooked. I just don't understand, man. I just get rid of Arthur Smith, man. That's my main thing, bro. I don't even care. We stick with Desmond. Just Arthur Smith got to be the first goal. Arthur Smith got to go, man. I care less if we keep Desmond. That just get a new coach. Let's find a real offense coordinator who going to run the playbooks, who going to use the playmakers.
right.
The first thing is Arthur Smith, man. Man. Arthur Smith just gotta go, man. I care less, man. Like, let's bring in Kyle Morey, man. Let's just keep Desmond onto the bench, but start with Arthur Smith as getting rid of him.
Right.
You know, because all this doing is going to make the Falcons be the same old Falcons. Haven't been to the playoff for 5 years. There's nothing changes, nothing's new. It's like we're the same old Falcons, man. It's like, and then the Panthers game, I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna mess around and lose that game because that's a trap game.
I'm gonna be honest.
Hopefully not.
I'm gonna just say this right here, right now. If we lose that game, Arthur Smith need to be fired. He don't even make it out of Carolina. See him on the plane to go back
I'll
where his
tell you
dad
right now,
wherever he at.
that
They lose
Panthers
that
game
game.
is a trap, bro. That Panthers game
If
is
they
a
lose
trap.
that game, all players gonna lose respect for him. Just trust me when I tell you that. Because one thing about a football player, we seen it a couple of weeks ago, they gonna get tired of losing and they start coaching themselves on the field. You dial up this play, but I see this, so I don't care what you think. So if he loses that game,
I mean, yeah, man.
Just cut ties.
Yeah, man. Like you're not even supposed to really lose to a 1-12 team. I mean, records, you could throw the records out. I know it's a division game, but something's gotta change, man. And it's gonna go down to that New Orleans Saints game at the end of the season. It's gonna go down to that New Orleans Saints game, man. So
if they lose against Carolina, I don't think so. If they lose against Carolina, that's it.
Yeah,
No
man. The next game, the Panther game gotta be a must win, man. It's gotta be a must win, man. Something has got to change, man. And if we lose, bro, I mean, Panthers, we don't got nothing to lose, man. Panthers got nothing to lose because they're 1-12. They don't like. They're gonna be there, be hungry. They're gonna be feisty, man. The Panthers they're gonna be feisty, man. And Odd Smith needs to pick up his fucking balls and know how to coach and really handle his business. Be a man. You're a grown man.
Right.
You're a grown man, man. You gotta handle that business, man. Stop, stop being selfish, bro. Because I really feel like this coach Art Smith is selfish, man.
I agree with that.
I just feel like, yeah, man. I just feel like he's selfish, man. Like, oh man, I only care about two people, myself and Desmond. Come on, man. Like, dang, bro. Like, hey, that's your son, bro. Like, come on, bro. We can't lose to a goddamn 1-12 team, the Panther, bro. This game is a trap game. I'm telling you, bro. And the people that are going to the
You
Mercedes
talking got me
game,
most scared of next week.
yes, man. And we going to the
Now you
Mercedes
got me
game.
real scared.
And if you go into the game with them tickets, man, I want to tell y'all good luck. But man, that's a whole bunch of money that's going to re-race them, man. Because you go to a Mercedes game, you go see a foul game, and you paying over $200 to go see a sorry ass team and see a sorry ass coach like Arthur Smith, man. Hey man, that's a long night, man. That is a long night.
All
Facts.
night.
But
That is a
Cheesecake,
long
man,
night.
thank you for coming through, my brother.
Yeah,
Drop a
bro.
YouTube channel before you get out of here.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
take the
man.
cheesecake back there, bro.
Yeah, man. I want to say thank you, Smitty. My boy Snooty. TIP tip. Man, my YouTube channel is the Cheesecake Family 15 REACTS. I drop the Falcons content. I do my reaction videos up there. I'll be on Facebook, TALILBROKS. You can test my manager. I just want us to win this game, man. That's all I gotta say, man. Let's just stop, man. Let's stop meat riding, Coach Smith. Stop, man. Pick up your freaking balls, bro. Step up your game, man. Let's fucking win this game, bro. Let's win this game, bro.
Right.
Like, yeah, man. Let's win some football games, bro. Let's go, baby.
Yes, sir.
I love the Falcons, man. Let's go, man.
Cheesecake.
Rise up, man. Oh, yeah, man. I'm going to that Panther game next week, man. That's what bad about it, bro. I already got tickets, man. So we better win, bro. That's all I gotta say. I'm coming back next Sunday with the live stream, man. And
bring that fire.
I'm gonna bring that. I'm gonna bring that heat. I'm gonna bring that fire, man. They might have to call the ambulance, man, or the fire truck, man. But yeah, but just know, man. I love y'all, man. Keep up with the content, man. Art Smith, bro. Man, pick up your balls, man. Let's go, man.
It's good. Gotta love that boy. That boy Cheesecake was spitting today, y'all. That boy ain't no lies. Seriously.
But hey, man, it's been a great show, man.
Yes.
But I hate for the end to come, but it's got to come. But everybody in the chat, man, I want to thank y'all for coming through. Mafia jumped in for a minute. Slam, Shaka Zulu, Bags, Cheesecake. And, just thank y'all, man, because that Panthers game, Snooty said he a little scared now that Cheesecake said that.
Cheesecake scared me, bro. I ain't going to
cap.
Like,
I'm going to go back to what I said. I'm going to go back to what I said 3 weeks ago. I said, I'm not going to trust this team until they prove it to me. And they won last week. Well, they won the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But you go back to the same bullshit you did before those 2 games and you flip-flopping.
That lets you know that our coach is a creature of habit. That just lets you know that. Coach is a creature. He can't help himself. It's one of them things you can't help yourself. That's just where I'm at with it, y'all.
So by default.
Right. Snooty. I know I didn't get a chance to really let you, tell everybody kind of like about yourself and everything. But before we get up out of here, definitely want to get the floor.
I want to answer this question about Orange Juice Jones because this is a great question.
It is.
You said Arizona let Murray go. I know what I know my perspective on it, but I want to get y'all perspective. So y'all go ahead and get y'all thoughts on that.
Well, real quick, as far as like Arizona letting Murray go, for me, and me and Smitty, we talked about this a few weeks back, actually. If Arizona is having progress, like with their quarterback, they're not looking for any kind of like winning season, of course, at this point, because that's already done. But I think they're looking for progression. If they get that progression that they're looking for from Murray, then I don't think they let him go. If he's struggling and seeming like he's not picking up the offense, like they just like losing games because of him, I think they can possibly listen. But it is the NFL. They can possibly always listen, but that's just my opinion. I feel like if he does well, they'll keep him just because they didn't have him for majority of the season.
And that's a great thought. That's an excellent thought because if y'all didn't know, Kyler Murray was drafted because of Cliff Kingsbury. That is why I said if you bring him to Atlanta, make sure you go get Cliff Kingsbury because that's the only way it's going to work. But other than that, Kirk Cousins, he getting too old, and I don't think Minnesota lets him leave. I think they give him a big enough contract for him to come back and finish his career there. So the only other person would be probably Ryan Tannehill or go get one of these backups. That's the only option you have. So you go get Kyler Murray, whose contract is going to be cheaper than these $55 million folks, and you just roll with it. You just roll with it. But would they let him go? Depending on where they finish. If they finish in the top 3 and they can get one of those 2 quarterbacks, because I actually think Marvin Harrison going to go in the top 3 no matter what.
That's a dog
but
right there.
If Drake May or Caleb Williams slides down, Arizona going to get one of those guys, and Kyler Murray gone. They'll get him away for some shrimp and grits.
So Arizona good for getting a quarterback when they had one. When they had Rosen and got Kyler, so they good to swap that quarterback up.
Oh, they've done it.
Rosen was gone after just 1 year. So
yeah. That wasn't his fault, by the way. I give him that too.
Right. Yeah, that was a bad fit, man. It's a bad fit. And I say it all the time. Only way a quarterback is successful is where he's drafted or signed into. If they know how to unlock his talents, it works. If not, it's a bust. So same thing with Zach Wilson. He has a cannon for an arm, but that is the worst offense possible that he could be in. They have weapons, true enough, but the play calling, the offensive coordinator, what he likes to do, Zach Wilson did not do that well. Zach Wilson is a gunslinger as well, just like Desmond Ritter. He needs a wide open offense like a West Coast offense. And that's the only way he's going to succeed in this league. But to be honest, if he does not, well, he's going out of New York. There's no doubt about that. So where he goes next year is just going to be interesting to me. He's going to probably be a lifetime backup at this point because he's had a chance. But maybe these last 4 games for the Jets, maybe he'll be auditioning for a new team. Who knows? But going forward, man, quarterback position is just going to be slim pickings unless you move up the board and take a risk and move all the way up the board to the first 2 spots and get one of those guys. If not, go for a veteran. And if they go for one of those guys at the top, you definitely have to bring in an offensive coordinator because I would not want Arthur Smith to destroy another quarterback in this league.
Indeed, that's what I'm saying, man. He's not a developer and everything, too, like we already said. So it's just like bringing in another quarterback with the same guy calling plays. That's going to be rough. It's going to be rough, man.
Welcome in right quick, my boy Larry from the Dixon Way, man. I got to let him come through, man. He just chimed in right quick. Larry, what you think about this game, man?
I know that shout out to Uncle Steve. He's coined Arthur Genius is a genius. I say Arthur Smith.
I love
Arthur
this.
Smith. Arthur's. It's a combination of Arthur Smith and Ritter. Just like you guys said, he's not a developer of talent, a quarterback. And I agree. If you bring in one of those young guys and you let him get a hold of them, you could have damage to that young quarterback that might not be able to be fixed, depending on how long you're going to stick with him. We all kind of figured that Arthur Smith's job is safe. Okay.
I don't think so, but go ahead.
I just got a feeling, man. Like, I just feel like he's going to ride with Arthur Smith. Now, if he doesn't, I'll be pleasantly surprised. But, I mean, realistically, I feel like he's here. If we 7-10 again, you're going to win this division at 8-9, most likely. 8-9 is going to win this sorry division.
That's crazy.
And you went and you pooped it down your leg. You throw a screen pass, you got Bijan out there. Everybody know the ball going to him. The defender went straight to Bijan, picked it off. Horrible pass, yes. Also, taking the safety, running the 11-yard line, and Ritter rolls back 13 yards into the end zone. And goes into where the offensive line was pushing him out. That's what the offensive line taught to do. Don't let him come to you. Push him out. You know what I'm saying? Your quarterback's not going to be there. He's going to step up in the pocket like a normal quarterback would do with pocket awareness and step up and have a clean pocket. But no, you're going to run back. We spotted these guys 8 points, 9 points. We spotted them that. You know what I'm saying? And we barely lose. I know people want to, harp on Cool because he missed 2, 45 plus long field goals. But again, guys, we spotted them that much. I mean, we spotted them that. They didn't even have a drive into that last drive. That was their longest drive of the day, was that last drive. And that was on a penalty when they called on Clark Phillips. Actually, Godwin grabbed his shoulder first.
Yep,
so
that's what I said.
I was just like,
I said
that looked like offensive pass interference to me. Man, Clark Phillips was out there like a dog.
Outstanding.
Phillips was out there like a dog. It was so bad. They said,
hey, hold on 1 second, Larry.
Yep.
Chris, I know you got to get out of here, man, because you got something to do. Give us a final thought before you leave.
Hey, man, again, I want to see consistency. Finally see some consistency, some just more than just competence in this offense, man. I don't believe that I'm going to see it, but that's what I want to see. Just being honest, man. I mean, because look, man, we're going into week 15 and we're still talking about struggles that we were talking about back when we was all meeting each other at in the summertime. So it's the same thing week after week. We're having the same conversation weekly, just different variations. That's it. Different versions. That's all we've been doing, y'all. So do I feel confident about the Atlanta Falcons making the playoffs? I actually still do. It's just not going to be easy because that's too much like right. So like Larry said, you may be 8-9 and win this division. Hopefully we don't lose any more games, because I feel like we don't need to lose any more games to win the division, seriously. But we'll see what happens. Other than that, man, rise up, man. You always can find me on A1 Forever Sports on YouTube, Twitter, Twix, whatever, A1 Rock, A1 Forever on Instagram, and also TikTok, The Real A1 Forever. I'd like to thank my man Snooty for coming on today, man, as well. He's definitely going to give you an outro and let you guys know where you can find him as well. And thank you for coming on, me, brother. We'll definitely chop it up as well. Smitty, always for having me on and making me a part of the 95 North sports machine forever. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. We're missing Berto today, but we still held it down, 2/3 of the three-headed monster. And always, Larry of the Dixon Way, appreciate you for always coming through. And always check out their content as they do those live reactions. You know what I'm saying? They sound better than the commentators. You don't believe me, you got to go watch a few. So that being said, you guys, peace and blessings to you all. A1 Forever Sports, be generational because it's always time to be. And don't you dare settle for less, because you can always have more with the vision. Chris Tipmore, and I'm out.
All right, man. Stay safe out there, bro.
Chris. Take it easy,
outro,
brother.
man. Hell of an outro. Sheesh.
Hey, man, that's what he do, man. He could. One thing about it, man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Berto and Chris, they were the godsend, because as soon as we talk, snap, just like that, we missed. So, I mean, it's just God, man. That's all it is. God timing is impeccable. I tell people that all the time.
All the time.
But go ahead, what you were saying there.
Well, I just look at it like, I don't want him to be the head coach if we got to take the duties away from him, because he was brought here to do his duties. And how they say it on come to me, do your duties. Like, you got to go ahead and if I don't trust him with a new quarterback, but we can't keep doing this. Oh, well, maybe, maybe we can wait 2 or 3 years until Ritter turns into Geno Smith, maybe.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I heard people comparing him to Geno Smith. That may be true. But I don't think the Jets are worried about Geno Smith right now when they had him for like 3 years and he couldn't do anything. This is what, year 8 with Geno or something like that? Like 8 or 9?
8 or 9, yeah.
Yeah, so no, man. Right now, the Falcons have a defense that's good enough to compete in the playoffs. They got worn down tonight and gave up the game-winning drive. That was a questionable call, in my opinion, on Clark Phillips, who was a rookie.
Definitely.
Yeah, they should have had that
locking
flag.
them up. Yeah,
they should have had that flag. Yeah.
But then I saw 2 flags picked up. Now, I don't have the sound on, so What did they say during the broadcast on why they picked up those flags with the Bucs driving? I saw 2 flags, and then I didn't see any penalties called. So I was just wondering, what did they say on the because we got the strip fumble and recover the ball, and they didn't call that either.
I think they called intentional grounding, but they picked it up. Intentional grounding was one of the calls, but they picked it up. But it was intentional grounding. He was still in the pocket. So,
That's what I'm talking about. I don't want to get to the refs because I think we did enough to beat ourselves. But I mean, the refereeing was bad also. But we did enough to beat ourselves. We spotted them the 9 points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the interception he threw in the red zone, I think that was the turning point. To be
first possession, we needed that 7. Desmond you have to make that throw to B. John right down that.
Oh my God, he was butt naked.
You have to secure that throw.
Yes,
like as a literally here you go, bro.
Just like one of my buddies said, man, that was a high school throw. You should have been able to. I could have made that throw.
Yeah,
and I can't even see on the offensive line.
Yeah, I don't know how he missed that. That was actually a great play by Arthur Smith. And Bijan cross across the formation and get full speed. So there was no way that linebacker.
You know why he missed it?
Naked wide open.
I'm gonna tell you why he missed it. And it's the same thing what I said earlier: preparation. If he prepares well, that's a throw he can throw it. He can make with his eyes closed.
Eyes closed, yeah.
So preparation. That's all it is. But man, it's been a great show, man. I want to thank Chris, co-host, my boy Bert over on Bleacher Report doing this thing. Y'all go check him out on the Falcons community. On Bleacher Report, click on it. You will see his show pop directly up. Tuesday, Carolina Panther pregame show. We're gonna have fun with that one, man. We're gonna have our boy Ricondo. He's gonna join us. So it's gonna be for us next week. And if I can find Carolina content creator, I might pull him in. Tell him to come on and join us because we're gonna have a ball, man, like we always do.
I don't think no Carolina Panther fan wanna.
Oh, I know. Q, I know. I call Q tonight. Q will come through.
Okay, that's what's up. That'll be very entertaining.
I know he will because Q talk. He talk major. You know what? But yeah, man, it's gonna be a show to watch, man. So y'all stay tuned for that. And before we get out of here, man, I want to thank Snooty for coming through, man. He's growing in the business as well. He's you at Fox, right?
CBS 44.
CBS.
Okay, that's what's up.
So, yeah, so I mean, like I said, man, people making moves out here. So you gotta, when they need your help them. If they need reps, help them. So I don't mind. He can come on whenever he want. All you gotta do is shoot an email or a text and say, man, I'm gonna jump in this Tuesday or this Sunday. We there. Because that's what we do, man. We aim to help people, man. And that's what my grandparents taught me that. Each one teach one. I've been on that since I can remember. I'm 44 years old, so I've been on that a good 38 years. So, hey, it is what it is. But before we get out of here, man, tell everybody where to find you, Larry.
Go ahead, Snooty.
He said.
He said Larry.
He said Larry.
Okay, my bad.
Wake up.
I'm at thedixonway.com. Also on YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, TikTok, all those, and we do podcasts on iHeart, Apple, all that. But basically, guys, what we do live commentary of the game. So you turn down the TV and turn us up. If you don't want to listen to the commentators, if they got Jonathan Vilman up there spilling his hate for the Falcons because he a former Saints fan,
right?
Cut him down and cut the Dixon way up, man. Stop playing with us.
Yeah, he was super hating.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everything he come out of his mouth be hating on the Falcons. And they keep putting them on us.
Every time I say that he announce a game, I think they're gonna lose.
Yeah. Now, one of the reasons why I started doing this, because I don't want to hear them. I'd rather hear myself talking. Me and my beautiful wife do this. And we do the Hawks, Braves, Falcons, Bulldogs, even my wife's Gators. That's why you see the Gator right there. And Bulldogs.
I was gonna ask about that.
Oh, yeah, we're house about it, man. My wife is from Florida. I represent the A. So, yeah, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that's what we do. We just got off there doing the game together earlier today, man. We had a nice crowd and stuff like that. We appreciate everybody coming through, man. Also, Smitty let me come on the platform all the time and bump my gums. I appreciate you, brother.
No problem, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's up, man. But Rodney, where you at, man, so I can follow you?
Yeah, my Instagram is the one down low, Rodney AVO Washington. The AVO stands for Albany Very Own, because I'm from Albany. I work in Albany. So
that's what's up.
Just trying to swap the name up. But I also have a podcast, which is why you see the Snooty Lounge podcast. In the words of Shaq, you can Google me. So like real talk, you can type on Google. I'm on Spotify, Google Cast. I got the Spreaker app. It DSP is everywhere. So what I primarily do is interview youth kids, fellow sportscasters, and anybody who I feel will have a positive outlook on, whatever I want to do. I don't report on bad stuff, not on my own podcast. I don't report on nothing bad. It's all good news. That's all I want to talk about. So I'm most times just top it up with the kiddos, and that's mainly what I do. Kids who ball out, hey, come holler at me.
Yeah, like I said, you want to teach one. That's what it's about, man. So hey, I'm gonna definitely link up with you again and send me your info, and we're gonna welcome you to the team, man, because you family. So everybody know when you link up with us, hey, you family for life. That's how we roll.
Already.
But man, it's been a blast, man. Y'all know where to find me, man. Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube, man. Please keep subscribing, keep liking videos. Help me get to 10,000. I'm about 600 and some change away. So, hey, man, y'all help me get there, and I would definitely appreciate it. When I get there, I'm going to do a super show. So, trust me, I'm going to put it down like I never have before. But
nice.
Y'all know when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to push to do it. Because I've been trying to give y'all great content all these years. Why stop now? But for my boy Chris A1 Moore, my boy Snooty, Larry from the Dixon Way, man, we're gonna holler at y'all later because guess what? We got to finish watching football, man. Because
I was watching it on the look. I just had the volume turned down. Watching that Bills and Kansas City game.
Football season is winding down, man. It's gonna be over before you know it. But it's still go Bulldogs, go Falcons, go Braves and Hawks. So for my crew and panel, we're gonna holler at y'all later, man, because it's time to eat too.
Quick confession, go Balls. I'm a Tennessee fan. Go.
Oh man,
I'm sorry for you. I'm so sorry for you, bro.
Man, come